Good day, ma'am, and good day, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. We are the Group 2 and we will report about the mga gunita ng himagsikan ni Emilio Aguinaldo.
Background of the author, Emilio Fami Aguinaldo Sr., 1869 to 1964. Emilio Fami Aguinaldo Sr. was born on March 22, 1869 in Kawit, Cavite, Philippines. He was the seventh of 8 children of Carlos Jamir Aguinaldo and Trinidad Fami Aguinaldo. His family was relatively well-off as his father served as the gobernadorcillo, municipal governor of their town. It says, Emilio Fami Aguinaldo Sr. was born on March 22, 1869 in Cavite, Philippines. He was the seventh of 8 children and a well-off family. His father, Carlos Aguinaldo, served as the municipal governor of their town.
Aguinaldo pursued early education at the College de San Juan de Letran, but financial difficulties caused by his father's death forced him to leave before finishing his studies. Despite this, he actively engaged in a local governance, and at the age of 35, he became Kawit first Gobernadorcillo Capitan Municipal in 1985. The same year, he joined the Freemasons, aligning himself with revolutionary ideas. It provides a brief overview of Emilio Aguinaldo's early life, emphasizing key turning points. It shows his interpreted education at College de San Juan de Letran. Due to financial hardship following his father's death, despite his feedback, he actively participated in a local politics, becoming a Kawit first Gobernadorcillo Capitan Municipal by age of 30. His joining the Freemasons in 1885, a date that need verification, fortune indicate his alignment revolutionary ideas. The excerpt highlights his resilient and early ambitions, setting the stage for his later significant role in Philippine history.
Aguinaldo was also a key member of the Katipunan, using the code name Magdalo, in honor of Mary Magdalene. He later became a leading figure in the Philippine Revolution against Spain, 1896 to 1898, and led Filipino forces to major victories on June 12, 1898. He proclaimed Philippine independence in Kawit, Cavite, and was elected the first president of the Philippines, leading the First Philippine Republic, 1899 to 1901. However, his presidency ended when he was captured by American forces in Palanan, Isabela in 1901, forcing him to pledge loyalty to the United States. Aguinaldo was a key Katipunan member with codename Magdalo. He led Filipinos in the revolution against Spain and declared independence on June 12, 1898. He became the first president of the Philippines but was captured by Americans in 1901 and forced to swear loyalty to the United States.
After decades in retirement, Aguinaldo attempted a political comeback in the 1935 presidential election but lost to Manuel L. Quezon. Despite this, he continued to contribute to Philippines governance, later serving as a member of Philippine Council of State under President Elpidio Quirino in 1950.
He lived long enough to witness the independence of the Philippines from the United States in 1946. In the administration of multiple presidents, Aguinaldo passed away on February 6, 1964 at the age of 94 due to coronary thrombosis. His remains are enshrined at the Aguinaldo Shrine in Kawit, Cavite, now a national landmark. Emilio Aguinaldo was a significant figure in Philippines history, known for leading country during its fight for independence from Spanish rule and later against American colonization. He witnessed the Philippines gain independence from the United States in 1946 and lived through the administration of various presidents. Aguinaldo passed away on February 6, 1964, at the age of 94 due to coronary thrombosis. His remains are interred at the Aguinaldo Shrine in Kawit, Cavite, which is now recognized as the national landmark.
Historical background of mga gunita ng himagsikan. Emilio Aguinaldo wrote his memoir, Mga Gunita ng Himagsikan, Memoirs of the Revolution between 1928 and 1946. The book recounts his personal experiences during the Philippine Revolution against Spain in the Philippine-American War. He details his rise as a revolutionary leader, military strategies, political struggles, and the events leading to Philippine independence. Emilio Aguinaldo wrote Mga Gunita ng Himagsikan or Memoirs of the Revolution from 1928 to 1946. Dito, ikwinento niyan yung mga personal niyang karanasan noong panahon ng Revolution laban sa mga Espanyol. At noong Philippine-American War, ipinakita rin niya dito kung paano siya naging leader ng revolusyon, ang mga diskarte nila sa laban, mga naging problema sa politika at mga pangyayari bago makamit ng Philippines ang kalayaan.
The memoir was based on various sources including 1. His personal diary and document, 2. Official records from the Philippine Republic, 3. Accounts from fellow revolutionaries, 4. Oral traditions and family history. Number 1. His personal diary and document. Emilio Aguinaldo's personal diary and document or memoir is titled Mga Gunita ng Himagsikan, Memoirs of the Revolution, which details events from his birth until the 1897 Treaty of Biak na Bato and was written between 1928 and 1946, published in 1967. 2. Official records from the Philippines Republic. Emilio Fami Aguinaldo, the first president of the Philippine Republic, was a Filipino revolutionary, statesman, and military leader. He is recognized as the first president of a constitutional republic in Asia and led the Filipino revolutionary forces against Spain during the Philippine Revolution. 3. Accounts from fellow revolutionaries. Emilio Aguinaldo, a key figure in the Philippine Revolution, led the fight against Spain and later the United States, becoming the first president of the first Philippine Republic. But this legacy is complex with accounts from fellow revolutionaries highlighting both his leadership and his controversial decisions. 4. Oral traditions and family history. Emilio Fami Aguinaldo, the first president of the Philippine Republic, was born in Kawit, Cavite on March 22, 1869, to Carlos Aguinaldo Hamir, a town mayor, and Trinidad Fami Valero. His family was wealthy and well-established, and he attended Colegio de San Juan de Letran, but had to drop out to help his family with their agricultural holdings.
Aguinaldo initially stated to publish the book, but after much deliberation, he decided to do so in 1963. The memoir was translated into English by Luz Calendrino Bucco, a scholar from the University of the East. It was officially published in 1967. Emilio Aguinaldo, Mga Gunita ng Himagsikan is an important memoir that gives insight into the Philippines Revolution as seen through the eyes of its first president. Aguinaldo was initially stated to publish the book, perhaps because of the sensitive information it contains. The controversy is called generate. Through after some completion, he decided to publish in 1963. The memoir much later was translated into English by Luco Colendrino Bucco, a University of the East scholar. So this could be made available for more people. It was officially published in 1967. And is greatly aid Philippine historiography in the sheet light of the events and figure involved in the revolution.
Notably, historian Ambet Ocampo, 2017, suggested that a second volume of the memoir might have been written by Aguinaldo. This missing volume could have provided insights into the continuation of the Philippine Revolution, the Philippine-American War, and his later political struggles. However, to this day, the existence of this second volume remains a mystery, with some speculations that it might be hidden within the Aguinaldo Shrine in Cavite.
So, naniniwala daw po si Ambet Ocampo na si Emilio Aguinaldo, isang pangunahing tauhan sa Rebolusyong Pilipino, is maaaring nakapagsulat ng pangalawang parte ng kanyang mga memoir. Yung nawawalang volume ay pwedeng maglaman ng mahalagang impormasyon tungkol sa pagpapatuloy ng revolusyon, yung war laban sa Amerika, at ang buhay pampolitika ni Aguinaldo. Pero walang nakahanap sa pangalawang volume. May mga nag-iisip na baka nakatago daw yung volume sa memorial ni Aguinaldo sa Cavite.
The legacy and importance of the memoir. Mga gunita ng himagsikan remains an essential historical document, offering first-hand insight into the struggles for the Philippines' independence, which provides valuable perspective of the motivation, challenges, and strategies of the Filipino revolutionaries. Mga gunita ng himagsikan is a memoir written by Emilio Aguinaldo, which continues to hold significant value in the study of Philippine history. As a primary source, it offers first-hand insight into the Philippines Revolution and the country's struggle for independence from Spanish and American colonization. The memoir is important not only because it recounts historical events, but also because it relieves the motivation, challenges, and strategies for the Filipino revolutionaries. From the perspective of Aguinaldo himself, his personal reflection allows readers to better understand the throughout and emotion behind the decision during the revolution. Furthermore, the memoir helps historians and students analyze the complexity of leadership, internal conflicts among the Filipino leaders. As the broader context of colonial resistance, it serves as a valuable educational tool and reminder of the sacrifices made for national freedom. In conclusion, mga gunita ng himagsikan is more than just a historical account. It is a legacy that continues to educate, inspire, and deepen our appreciation of the Philippines' history and identity.
So, key contributions of the memoir. Number 1, preserves the first-hand account of the Philippine Revolution. So, binibigyan nila tayo ng direct look sa kung ano ang nangyari mula sa pananaw mismo ni Aguinaldo, tulad ng isang personal na salaysay ng mga laban at desisyon na kanyang ginawa. 2. Clarifies historical events from Aguinaldo's perspective. So, Aguinaldo tells his side of the story na maaaring iba sa sinulat ng ibang tao tungkol sa revolusyon. Nakakatulong ito para sa atin na maunawaan ang kaganapan mula sa maraming anggulo. 3. Sheds light on the leadership and governance of the First Philippine Republic. Ang mga memoir ay nagpapakita kung paano pinatakbo ang unang pamahalaan ng Pilipinas, kung ano ang ginawa ni Aguinaldo bilang Pangulo at ang mga hamon na kanilang hinarap. 4. Helps historians analyze the complexities of Filipino resistance movements. So, tinutulungan tayo nitong maunawaan kung paano nakipaglaban ang mga Pilipino para sa kalayaan at ang mga paghihirap na kanilang hinarap sa makapangyarihang persang Amerikano.
Despite controversies surrounding his leadership, Aguinaldo's memoir remains a crucial resource for understanding Filipino history. It serves as a testament for the resilience of the Filipino people and their fight for freedom.
And that's the end of our report. Thank you very much for listening and have a good day.